Agreed.
Because that's your plug for the week. $5 and unlimited, or not unlimited, but pretty much unlimited improv content.
Basically, if you consider 200 hours unlimited.
That is so unlimited. Like, how many hours are in a day? 24. How many hours are in a month? 24
more than
times
24.
30. Yeah,
Lots of people are asking where Shay is.
24.
Shay is on a secret mission to get other work done.
Yeah, Shay's on a work thing, but today is producer Ethan. How many people do we have on the?
We have 68.
Excellent, superb.
I'm sorry, I'm not Shay, guys.
We all are. We all apologize.
We all are sorry that we all are not Shay.
Yeah.
Oh dang, I forgot my. Hi guys, hi Ethan, hi, hello. Okay, Shrek Improv.
Improv.
That'll be so fun when it's right there. It's just gonna be so good for my eyes. Badoink. All right, man. Well, let's. Do you want me to record this? Let's record it. Might as well.
Yeah.
Okay. Might as well.
Yeah.
See if this goes in the trash can.
If it's quality 10,
right?
I want to see if this is quality 10. Mm-hmm. All right. Hello, everybody on the stream. We're doing a special bonus stream today with our dear friend, producer Ethan. Let's give it up for producer Ethan, everybody.
Yeah.
I feel weird, like, clapping for myself. Like, when people clap for you, like, it's like almost like singing happy birthday with everyone else.
Happy
it's like, why am I
birthday to me.
here?
That's whenever I go to
love
Outback
singing
Steakhouse,
happy
I
birthday
don't say
for
thing. I've never aged.
Yeah.
So Ethan is a special member of the program. If you're a fan of Musical Monday, he has been behind the scenes for a couple of years. You've probably heard his giggle. He did a guitar solo in one of our
That was awesome.
episodes.
Cut to guitar solo.
We did a April Fool's episode where he was sitting in the chair here, and so you might have seen him a little bit. But
I'm sitting here now because this is a joke as well. I should be behind the camera.
No. Don't be modest. But recently he moved to seek greener pastures in Salt Lake City at Salt Lake City Costco.
I forgot about that too.
Am I doxing
no, we're
you?
Good. Don't dox me, please don't.
But we're here to. Ethan just produced an album, and so we're here to talk about it, promote it, talk about some of the songs, and maybe sing some silly songs based off your suggestions. So in the chat, if you have any questions for Ethan about his process, about his life, about anything, or if there's like a silly song you want us to improvise together, that'll be fun. That'll be a fun thing to try. And so yeah, we'll see what that's like. And then, are you good to look at the comments?
Oh, no.
Yeah, I can look at it.
Okay, cool. If any come through, let us know.
Yeah, for sure.
But Ethan, let's talk a little bit about your music background. So you are a music producer, and you went to school for music. Talk to a little about that.
So it all started at the mere age of 8-year-old. Played piano as most people in Utah with a religious background here does.
That's true.
And that I just liked it. And so when I did go to college, I eventually just grabbed hold of that because I realized, oh wait, I like this writing side of it too.
Yeah.
And in fact, I wanted to write a musical, and I still do. I just won't probably.
That's good. That's good to believe yourself.
So much so that I came here knowing that Broadway did improvised musicals. And so that's how
you've helped write dozens of musicals.
Dozens of musicals where I only wrote the music.
Yeah.
which would probably be better because then I don't have to think.
So do you remember the first song you ever wrote? What was the title of that first song?
Oh, it was probably Being an Adult Sucks.
How old were you when you wrote that?
I was probably 16.
All right.
Yeah, so it's not even an adult at that time.
Because I don't know how to do it. You're like, I'm 2 years away. I have no idea how to do it.
That's one of the ones actually, no. So Being the Adult Sucks song was one of the very first ones, and I hope we don't play it today.
Well, we're gonna sing a version of it right now. Give me. Do you remember the lyrics?
I remember them all because that's.
Okay, all right. Caleb, I'm gonna have you play. We're gonna see if we can. Obviously, Caleb doesn't know the song. I don't know the song. We're gonna see if we can do this quick version of "Growing Up Sucks." Is that what it's called?
Being an adult sucks.
Oh,
and
being
again,
an adult sucks.
Yeah. Oh gosh. Okay. Living life, living low. Don't know where to go.
Oh yeah.
When you want a job that you don't really hate, but then you go around and disappreciate that life sucks. And so does being an adult.
especially that other part after puberty.
Oh yeah.
You know when life is sucking and it just won't stop, especially after both of your balls drop. Life sucks, and so does being an adult. Life sucks, and so does being an adult.
Life sucks.
Life sucks.
Life sucks. Life sucks. Life sucks. Once you turn 18, the rhythm don't stop, and the world's just gonna end, and you might die, and then go down into the holes of the depths of the fire and the pits, and you gotta stop sinning, man, because sinning is what's gonna end your life, and being an adult sucks.
It sucks. Oh, paying taxes, chopping down the trees in your life with a bunch of really crappy axes. Life sucks.
Don't forget to pay your car insurance, even though when you turn 25, you have to change that as well, because you have to separate legally from your parents' lives.
Awesome.
Wow.
That's great. Which one was better?
This one for sure. Yeah, like imagine like again, this was 16-year-old
Of
me.
course,
So
yeah.
like imagine like improv is great because you just let it out and it's magical in its own way.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
imagine like thinking and like being like under the first thought that you had and
Yeah,
like
yeah.
It
I was
wasn't
in
great.
I was in a band in.
Oh, you were?
Well, kind of, barely. So I had a really talented friend named Ike Menafil at Claremont High School, and he actually was talented. He could like play piano and he could record it. And me and my buddy Jacob, like I could sing, but I really had no other talents. And so he did everything,
Right.
and then I sang, and then my buddy Jacob in the background just went like this.
Wait, I think I remember hearing that story.
In the background.
Yeah.
And I loved it, but he was, I didn't have any musical ability other than singing what he presented me. And I
Right.
remember being so, just like, I was showing everybody, and he actually got like, it was kind of a sore spot between us because he's like, he's more of a true artist. He's like,
Right.
that was just for us. We created that for us. I'm like, I want to show everybody. Isn't that the coolest thing? And so he felt like I was like taking kind of his art and like anyway. So are you that way? Are you precious with your songs? Or you're like, I can't wait to share them. I need the validation.
I think it's a weird mix because I think I like writing songs and doing music so much that I want to just do it as much as possible.
Yeah.
And so like, sure, are there things that are partial to me and like I don't know how much I share with them? Sure, like I've not released songs such as Being an Adult Sucks, because it would probably be best if they hid in there. But at the same time, I do want to like chase the craft and like be able to share experiences and share emotions that way. But go ahead.
Let's get some plugs in right away while we have people. If you're just tuning in, we're interviewing producer Ethan, a Musical Monday producer. This is a release of his new album. Now we'll get into the album, but just in case people are just dropping by for a bit, how do people find your album?
Oh, so on TikTok, if you're there, my little profile is the guest right there, and so you can find the link there. But the album's called Fallen from Heaven. It is out everywhere: Spotify, Apple Music, Amazon Music, Tidal, if you know what that is.
But our friends on Twitch, YouTube, and Instagram, what handle should they look for?
They should, if they look up Ethan James Young Music, you should see like side profile of
Go
myself.
to at Ethan James Young Music to go check out his album.
Well, on Instagram, it's there's so many different tags. I know, I did not prepare.
You need a link tree.
But
gotta get your branding straight.
no, no, go ahead.
One of us I was going to ask, so I know some musicians are like, I want it perfect, and then I'll release it. And some other people are just like, so this has kind of been our philosophy here. It's just like, throw everything out throw everything out the wall, even if it's like, and maybe you get surprised.
Yeah.
What's your way? Are you more like polish, release, or like send it off, send it off, another one, made it off?
I think it might be the second one to a certain extent, because like with writing music, like I want to work on the next song, because if I spend too much time on the first song, that perfectionism is going to ruin it.
Yeah.
And so if I'm not just like, go, shoot, I'm going to be working on a song that might, like, it's the laws of diminishing returns. If I waste too much time on it, I won't.
Art's never completed, it's only abandoned.
Yes. And I've learned
Caleb
to abandon
taught me
several.
What's another one of the songs that you've abandoned?
Let me see. Oh, gosh. Well, that's the funny thing because I'm having a hard time now because I'm thinking about my next album, which I won't say anything about because I need to actually work on it.
Yeah, don't spoil it.
It's so fresh that there's nothing to say about it. But it's funny because I'm working on all these songs that I forget about the ones that I don't want to work on. And so I probably could pull up like my Google Drive of all these lyrics that I did nothing
just
with.
What's one song title that you've like I've abandoned and I'm not going to go back to?
So I think one of them is I was considering putting this on the album, but then I realized I hated the idea, and so I didn't put it.
What's the idea?
The idea was bleed on your carpet.
Bleed on your
carpet.
Yeah.
Say no more. We're gonna sing the song "Bleed on Your Carpet."
Oh boy. Blood in my veins. From my feet to my brains, blood. Let's just keep it inside. But if I lose any of my blood, I might lose my mind onto the carpet.
Blood in a bag. Blood in a vial. Working as a phlebotomist. I've seen blood every day for a while. I see so much blood, it is nonsensical. I think I might have accidentally sliced a ventricle. You know that this blood is getting me. I might freak out if I see another artery, but especially blood on the carpet. Blood on the carpet.
You want to clean it off, but it stays. I don't know if I like seeing blood in this way. Oh, blood on the carpet. Blood on the carpet.
Incredible. I don't know why you threw that song away.
Yeah, no, like,
Yeah, it's pretty decent.
That would have been great.
yeah, probably.
All right,
On
let's.
the carpet.
If you're just tuning in, I'm here with producer Ethan, the guy who's made all of our Musical Monday episodes sound so wonderful. We're here to promote his new album called
Fallen from Heaven.
"Fallen from Heaven," and you can find it at Ethan James Music on some platforms.
So, Ethan James Young is for the music platforms like your Apple Music, Spotify, and whatnot. Instagram is and TikTok as for the TikTok.
Can't explain that every time, Ethan. I'm so
Each-
sorry.
It takes too long.
You're gonna have to pick one.
Just good luck. Good luck finding me.
"Fallen from Heaven" by Ethan Young.
Yeah.
Wonderful. Was there any interesting comments you saw on there?
Everyone
so
wants us to sing a song about how we got rid of Shay.
Yeah.
Sorry, Andrew.
I think that would be a
gosh.
fun one too. I think somebody also said Shay looks different here. Did she get a haircut? She also grew a beard. Yes,
A beard and several inches,
Yeah.
and I think age. You're older than Shay, right? Are you 20?
like 1-2 years older.
Maybe 2 years. You're
Yeah.
26.
I'm turning 26 soon.
26.
So,
Okay, she's turning 25.
Yeah,
So
there you go.
Almost
Yeah.
1 year.
Yeah.
All right, so let's dig into your album, "Falling from Heaven." Now, what's the theme? What's the arc? What was the inspiration behind "Falling from Heaven"?
So Fallen from Heaven was something. Well, I had a faith crisis, as one does.
For those of you who don't know what a faith crisis is, sometimes when people are in a religion, they have a crisis of faith. I'm explaining the definition. Of the definition.
So you know what faith is, right?
Yeah.
And now imagine it was in
Now
crisis.
imagine it's in crisis mode. And some people go through it, especially here in Utah. We have a high religious population,
Yeah.
and sometimes people go and they're like, "I'm not sure if I believe it anymore," and that causes a lot of dissonance. Continue.
And some people come back, some people leave. I chose to not identify in that way anymore. But because of how it affected me, and how much I still like thinking about religion today, just in different ways. It was something I wanted to do, and so eventually I came around to writing a few songs, and I'm like, okay, great, I just need to write 10 more. and so
it's a 10-song album.
So it technically 11. There's a few interludes in there, so
11 songs and a few interludes on "Fallen from Heaven" by Ethan Young. Look it up.
Yes. And so the idea of the album is the feelings and emotions around a faith crisis. I mean, even though again, I don't attach myself to religion anymore. I wanted to make sure I captured the emotion more than like, here is reason one why there is no God or whatever it is.
One. I wanted to smoke cigarettes.
I wanted to sin. Reason one, no. Because I mean, there was, and I mean, this is in the first song where I wanted to believe so much that, I was looking for reasons, and it kind of gets harder as time goes on. And so
is it still harder now post faith crisis, or have you come to terms with it, or what?
I think right now, I mean, if you asked me a couple of years ago, it would have been a bit harder. I don't think I would have been able to release this album, but I'm pretty content with where I'm at right now. And so I'm like,
where do we go when we die?
Where do we go when we die? We go somewhere somewhere in the earth, because that's where all our matter is.
Except our heat. Some of our heat goes out into the... I just heard this thing where it's like, I think Neil deGrasse Tyson said he doesn't want to get cremated because that means the energy or heat will emanate into space. And so if you are heat, then you'll go into space. I'm like, that's kind of terrifying. Because the other way is get buried in the ground. And then I don't want to be worms. I don't want to be in the ground forever. So I think death is just terrifying.
Trigger warning. So this is going to get a little bit more about death and how some certain cultures treat the corpse. So, I find this level of fascinating. So, in Buddhist faith, their whole thing is reincarnation, as in, I mean, it makes sense even on a biological and molecular level of how the energy and the matter here has always been here. It's just going somewhere else. And so their idea is that on the spirit world, and because of that, if it is a fantastic and a wanted funeral for people who die in the Buddhist faith, to have their body cut up and fed to the vultures, because that's the way to get reincarnated faster.
Really?
Yeah.
Because you spread
yeah,
out
you
more.
spread out faster, and you're returning to the world in a different way versus the earth or ashes.
But how does that work from human to human? Because it would probably take a long time for a human to consume any of the energy that was you.
Well, that's the great thing about reincarnation. You don't have to be a human next.
Right. I'm thinking Avatar: The Last Airbender. And I'm pretty sure Korra didn't eat Aang at all.
Yeah, no one could. Imagine if they put that at the last episode.
That'd be crazy.
Aang died, and here, Katara, have
some. Wonderful. You were just tuning in. We're interviewing producer Ethan, producer of Musical Monday. Makes us sound so good. We got a question up here from YouTube. Does Ethan have a favorite Musical Monday episode as a producer?
Ooh, there's a few that stick out. I think Duke's Delish was a fun one, so fun. Of course.
That's great.
What else? There's some that I wish. There's one in the vault that probably should go on to the Laugh Pass.
Because InfoBravo.com/LaughPass.
Yes.
Hundreds of hours of content, dirt cheap ticket, and access to us.
Because there was the Nick and Vanessa Lachey episode that was never released on YouTube.
Clips, I think.
We released the clips several times.
Yes, but never the full episode.
Oh, we gotta get the full episode up.
Yeah, I have it somewhere, and I would love to see that one.
I have it too somewhere. Is the thing.
Yeah.
Anyway,
I don't know if I have it anywhere.
I might have to resend it so it can be on.
But that was one of your favorites.
I love that one. I mean, just the last song was great, awesome. Because it wasn't. Well, I mean, you guys do beautiful songs and very sentimental songs, even with being a comedy group. But with that one, I felt like it was like a beautiful balance of funny, because it's like, wait, this beautiful melody is about Nick and Vanessa Lachey, probably the most shallow TV reality stars out there.
People love their Lachey heads out there.
And then again, I haven't watched them that much. All I know is Jessica Simpson's was on BoJack Horseman.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and that was one of your songs too on that about Jessica Simpson.
She's a sweetheart.
Was a fun one.
We need to have her on the show.
That's like what? When did we record that? Like a year ago, almost. Now?
That was one of the first ones. That was within the first year.
First year.
Was it before we switched to HD?
I think so. Yeah. No, it was before the new cameras.
Yeah, 720p.
Yeah.
All right. So, are your songs? Do they tell a journey, or are they more like vignettes? Like this one's about this aspect of my faith crisis. This one's about this aspect.
I think the answer is yes.
Both. Okay.
I mean, I tried to set it up so it like makes logical sense, because like first step of a faith crisis is this, and the second faith crisis of that. But the thing about faith crisis or being humans, it's never in a straight line.
Right.
And so I'm sure like people will have different emotions if they go through a faith crisis and like feel like, oh, I'm in this stage of the song, and then backpedal. I'm in this one and whatnot.
Would you say that the album is pretty like moody, or are there some ridiculous songs? Like, what's the range of emotions here?
I took it too serious. No,
it's pretty moody.
No, it's. I mean, I do have a very hopeful attitude at the end, but I do take everything very seriously.
What's the funniest song?
The funniest song, probably Gardner.
What's Gardner about?
Gardner is the story of the wheat and the tares, and the story of wheat as found in the Bible.
Yeah.
In the perspective of the wheat, and they get eaten in the end. So. And
what's the song called?
Gardner.
Gardner. Yeah. All right. I haven't heard this song, but we're gonna sing it right now.
Gardner.
I can actually give you the chords.
Give me the chords.
We'll see how
I do with them.
So it is E minor, E minor. Hold on. A minor, C. I think. I think so. Hold on.
Great.
Yeah, that. Yeah. Oh, dang. You got the rhythm pretty close there. Silhouette in the sunrise, watching you plow the earth, learning how to be alive, slowly sprouting from the dirt. Why'd you drop my seed? Gonna scatter so sporadically. What's it that you eat, Gardner? What's in the silos I can see? How do you sleep at night while we're awake, as the nightingales and crows partake? What's it you dream, Gardner? What will you do to me?
I hope I become Cheerios. That would be my favorite place to go, to be in the tummy of a little boy. That would fill me with such joy. Honey Nut would be the best. I think I'm the better oat than the rest. So Gardner, you know what I want from you.
You know what I want from you. Why do you reap, Gardner? I have a gluten allergy. What do you do, Gardner? What will you do with me? I guess we're ending the song right now.
How close did I get with that second verse?
I mean, I didn't consider what would happen after they were reaped, and so maybe they did become Cheerios.
That could be the sequel song.
Yeah.
And
who knows? Maybe there's somebody out there with gluten intolerance that had to like stare at this wheat, and it's like, I feel your pain.
I feel your pain. If you're just tuning in, we're with producer Ethan, the producer, one of the producers of Musical Monday, Makes It Sound So Good. We're promoting his album Fallen from Heaven, found by Ethan Young Music. Just Google it or Spotify it, or go on a Wild Goose Chase. You didn't prepare a link.
Yes.
Any fun comments from TT?
I think. Hold on, I saw somebody ask a question about me. Ethan, what do I do outside of I guess this is Bendy saying, Ethan, what
Bendy!
do you do
Sweet
outside
Bendy.
of the studio? I don't know. I sometimes go to concerts. I edit Musical Monday episodes. So, yeah, and I go do my job.
He's
so,
a musical man.
Yeah.
Are you don't want to dox your job? You don't want to be found?
Yeah, don't.
Okay, great.
Please don't.
Let's just say it's a large warehouse that has something to do with your ears.
And I've been doxxed. Okay.
That's great.
Let's see here. Or will it become some dirt bread that grinds the Egyptian teeth? I need to see the Lost Musical Monday so bad now. All right, well, okay.
I guess I'll
I
have
was
to
gonna say,
find
if
that.
they
Yeah.
knew how many episodes we recorded
And haven't, yeah. Maybe we'll
released.
put up the
Oh,
Rejected
man.
Monday or something.
Actually, we haven't not released an episode in
Has it
like
been a bit?
year.
Yeah. I mean, I
Is
still.
that real?
Which
I mean,
honestly,
we're
we
week
should.
to
We
week.
should have gone back. We should not. I
Yeah.
think. We should have made more.
We should
I
have
think.
kept not releasing the bad ones.
I mean,
Oh, man.
there was a John Green one, and I'm wondering if that could be a Laugh Pass exclusive because I remember how everyone loved that one.
Yes.
Or loved the idea of that one.
Yes, it made us nervous being so derogatory towards two of the most lovable, because we love them too, and we were just being characters.
Well, here's a good reason why you can be derogatory because improv content competitor dropout.
I like to say future collaborator, but go on.
They recently are releasing episodes of specials, improv specials, and stand-up specials.
Yeah.
And who do they have on their promo?
Is it John Green?
Hank
Hank Green.
Oh,
yeah,
We're doing a stand-up special.
yes.
Yeah, I think yeah, that was fun. I think Shay was mostly worried about because we insinuated that John Green had some fascination with teenage girls. Because he kept
But wasn't
writing them
he a
in his
teenage
books.
girl? I mean, no. Well, maybe he is a teenage girl. Was he a teenager in the
I
musical?
think it was, but Shay's really sensitive to that. She's
Okay,
like,
I'll
no,
have-
did I say something? So
I'll have to pull it out
Yeah.
because I think that's the whole reason she sang that song because
yeah,
it was
yeah,
like
yeah, yeah.
John Green being rejected by all
By
these
all
girls.
the teenage girls, all these teenage girls, giving me the middle finger.
See, it's a
It's
fact we
really
can
good.
remember.
It's really good.
I don't want to be the one
Yeah.
who lingers. Oh, that was a good song. Let's see here. Is the musical going to be produced, or is it more of an album and less of a production?
So it is. I mean, I am a huge fan of musicals. That's again the reason why I joined Improv Broadway in the first place. So I do try to incorporate musical aspects or attitudes in the album. Like you could probably argue that the first song is an overture, like how the golden ages of musicals do. So, but it is an album. So sorry to disappoint you. It is not quite as musical as Musical
Which is
Monday.
honestly the most transportable music possible.
Probably,
right? You just
yeah.
pop it in, you go around, you listen to it. I love that.
Yeah.
If you're just tuning in, we're with producer Ethan, who's promoting his album "Fallen from Heaven." Let's see here. Any last questions on here? I think we're getting pretty close to the end here. So I just want to make sure we capture anyone's questions about Ethan, about his time in Musical
I
Monday.
don't think anything on the TikTok, but I'm just not. They're not. The comments aren't always loading. For
Well,
me.
it's
I
like,
like it a
yeah,
bunch
it
at
is a bit
once.
late.
Cool.
Well, something that I remember is like I think that's interesting that you talk about like that you had the talent of singing with the band that you did.
Oh, by the way,
Yeah.
it was an acronym because my buddy's name was Jacob, my buddy's name was Ike, and my name is Zach. So put that together, and that's what I was
Jib or
What?
Bidge.
What? Jacob,
J
Ike,
I.
Zach.
Oh,
And don't
Z.
say it. Don't put it together.
Okay.
We thought that was so
Zitch.
clever. Yeah, it was Zitch backwards. What were you saying?
But it's interesting how like your artist friend felt like so partial to his songs, but that you as the singer want to like bring it out because that's like an attitude a lot of bands have. And because personally, I don't feel like I'm a super strong singer. Just remember that last few songs, if you're wondering. And so I think that's interesting because to some level, I like that attitude of like having a really good songwriter like Vince Clarke writing for Andy Bell, I believe, like in Erasure. So, and I mean, you did that for me on one song that I think sometimes gets a few streams here and there.
How many were you at? 25?
I think it gets more popularity on Apple Music, but I think 25 was the last I checked over a set amount of time. But
Apple pays more than Spotify does.
Yeah.
Really? That's surprising.
Yeah, and Tidal pays the most.
Yeah, and even then, streaming
really
is weird.
Want to support? Listen to them on Tidal.
Yeah, so streaming is weird anyway, though.
Yeah.
It doesn't pay great regardless of who pays.
Tell me about it, brother.
But surprisingly, Musical Monday on Spotify has been getting good money. I'll talk to you about that afterwards.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow. You might have just solved all of our financial problems.
not all of them, but stream the music there too.
Maybe
but
one or two.
there, I'm gonna promote Zach, but also me because Zach sang one of my songs called "I Guess I Didn't Need That Anyway." That's one of the songs I wonder if I should have hid. But
should have hid?
Yeah, because I don't necessarily love the songwriting or lyricism as much as my newer stuff. But dang, that shows your voice fairly well.
It could be a sleeper hit. You know
it could
what I'm saying?
Who knows? I mean, maybe I'm trying to make it a sleeper hit right now.
In 25 years, some weird indie band will cover it, and then you'll get famous.
Oh, that'd be cool. Yeah.
If you're just tuning in, we're with producer Ethan, producer of Musical Monday, helps us sound so good, and he's promoting his album "Fallen from Heaven." And so we're wrapping up here. Are there any last things? We'll do one more song. We'll kind of talk about your favorite song here. But are there any other things like what are you hoping people will take away from your album when they give it a listen?
I hope people feel like they are seen, or I don't want to say vindicated because like it's not like some revenge plot.
But it could be
justified.
A catharsis for them.
Yeah, catharsis is probably the best way because I think there's an attitude. Like again, that you feel like you have to be religious, you have to believe, and there's that pressure put on you. And so this album's kind of like, no, you are right to feel what you feel around wherever you're at with your faith, and so allow yourself to feel those feelings and then move forward.
Because it can be very lonely to have a faith crisis.
Yeah.
You know, faith isn't just your beliefs, but it's also your community, it's your family.
Right.
And often people who live their faith, they're not just like, woohoo, I'm so excited to go, but they kind of leave almost not begrudgingly, but it's painful because they're leaving behind their memories and their identity.
Right.
And, you know, part of it is just like, you're not alone and people have gone through this and you're going to be okay.
Right.
Yeah. So what's your favorite song on the album?
My favorite song, I mean, I think it changes. I do like the Gardner one. I think one that I feel like I keep going back to. Hold on, is something
Sorry, we'll pop in a real question real quick from Artix. One of our Laugh Pass subscribers. Thank you, my friend.
Oh, we got a few of those. Okay. Nice.
Ethan, if you had to pick one song from Musical Monday and it's the only song you can listen to for the rest of your life, which one would it be?
So I am a bit. I do like my more sentimental songs, so I'm just trying to think of the ones that, like the more serious songs that you've done.
Yeah.
Like even the not the Sweeney Todd, the Sondheim one.
Oh, yeah.
There's like songs in there where
the
it's
Rat
like,
one?
Yeah, I know it's
Rat Heaven?
Maybe Rat Heaven. I think it was this. Is it the last song on there?
Maybe that one.
One of our comments from Nikki, she was talking about a key change. Nikki, go listen to the Sondheim one. There's there's a key change in there that's crazy.
Well, sometimes it's funny because I'm gonna give you a little secret about Musical Monday and my process of editing the episodes.
Oh no.
Yes. And I got in trouble with the troll with this. Do you remember how? Yeah. Anyway, so there is a small, minuscule level of tuning because they're so close to the majority of pitches. Like that, if I didn't do anything, you guys would probably be fine with it. But sometimes giving it that little extra boost makes it sound a little bit more clear with tuning. And so, but because of that, and because I want to make it easier for me, I have to figure out what keys Caleb plays in.
Good luck, I don't even know.
Yeah. Yeah, and so sometimes when he does like a key change, it's like, oh, that's easy. I'll just add another instance of autotune to make sure I have two different keys for tuning. And then sometimes Caleb keeps changing the keys. And so sometimes I'll end up with one song rather than just 5 songs, 5 different instances. I'll have like 10 tracks of different things. So
Sally.
But
and we've done different iterations of that, and like the reality is Shay's pitch is so excellent, like it's superb. Like what you're hearing is so close to what her actual voice like.
Right, and even yours too. Like I barely do anything.
Right, but mine's more warbly. Like I'm more likely to get a little pitchy and flat, and so for my philosophy is just like let's make it as sonically pleasing without it being too distracting. And I think Ethan does a great job. So let's give it a few.
For sure.
And let's give it for Caleb again today without those keys. Those are sounding so sexy.
Yeah.
Even making an unstrung singer like Ethan sound good.
Let me put it this way. I barely will do anything with your vocals because you're close enough. I'm scared to find out what my vocals are going to be. I'm going to cut away.
No, you said it good today, Ethan.
Oh, thank you.
Well, awesome. If you're just tuning in, we're with producer Ethan, musical producer of Musical Monday, and also singer-songwriter for his own album called Fallen from Heaven. Go check that out at Ethan James Young Music, wherever music is found. All right. Remind me what your favorite song is, a brief background, and we're going to sing what I think what that song is about.
Okay. So the last song is called, or second to last song, is called "Oh Great I Am." Part of the reason why this one's so special to me is because sometimes as a songwriter, you have an idea for a song and you just write and hoping that something sticks.
Yeah.
And this was the last song I wrote for the album just because of how long I was trying to figure out. And then finally one idea stuck and everything else fell into place. And I'm like, oh, yes.
Okay.
But this song is about finding, not contentment. That contentment is like fighting, right? Or
contentment.
There's contentment, which is like a general feeling of non-specific happiness. Contempt is a general feeling of non-specific hatred.
Okay, so it's contentment. No P involved in that. With like being wherever you are, because it's a weird world out there. It's absurd that we just come into existence as it seems, and there's this life around us that seems beautiful and strange and bad but good in its own.
Is there any inspiration to this song where it's like when you're in a faith, many of them are like God is great, God is perfect, and by comparison, I'm kind of a piece of garbage.
Yeah.
And as part of this journey, it's like, whoa, like, you know, with or without some higher being, like I know I have value.
Absolutely. Awesome. Like that's part of the reason why I use "Oh Great I Am" or call it that is because, yeah, sure. I'm not trying to disrespect your God by saying that I don't believe him, but sometimes it's just great by itself of simply being. And so I wrote about that.
Being is great.
Being is great.
Itself.
Yeah. To be is to be divine.
Let's hear this. Do you want to give him some chords, or is it too complicated?
I'm curious.
Whatever you were playing was great. Let's just do that.
Yeah.
Great.
Ooh, that's pretty.
It's funny because this sounds so different from what I wrote that I think I want you to start because I just like my version too much. So
pretty good, pretty nice. I guess I am a pretty good guy. Told my whole life that I'm not enough, but I'm tired of it being so dang rough. Might just be a little man in a world of men, but I look in the mirror, realize how great I am. And I'm enough, like Barbie said, I'm enough. How great I'll say it again, how great I am.
Look at the lilies, see how they grow. What will happen to them next? Who knows? Joy them while they hear as a blossom. Look around at the streams and mountains and the skies and stars and think, wow, this is awesome. How great I am. How great I am.
Little drops on the dew fields. I think I know exactly how you feel. Feel that you're so insignificant, like you can't do anything at all but
count the stars. There's too many to think that you are significant. But being among them is enough.
It's enough.
How great I am. How great I am.
Beautiful, and I think we nailed it. Pretty perfect. Pretty on board.
That's exactly how it is on the album, right?
That one was a fun version. Like
Okay.
again, so super different, but like, yeah, there it was there.
Phenomenal. Awesome. Thank you so much for tuning in. Everyone go check out Fallen from Heaven by Ethan James Young music. And thanks for following us here on the stream. If you want hundreds of hours of improv content
and counting
and more, and improv courses, we just dropped our improv songwriting course, as well as dirt cheap tickets and access to hopefully some of your favorite improvisers, head over to improvbroadway.com/laughpass. Just $5 a month for all those things, and it goes directly to us to help us try to do this full time. Trying to hit 5,000 subscribers so this could be our full-time job. How great that would be.
That would be great.
Thanks for tuning in, everybody, and we hope you have a wonderful evening. And let's give it up for Ethan James Young.
Thank you, guys. How great you are.
Yeah.